Good evening and welcome to our Queen Bee Radio live stream on our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Rob Spangler live from Highland High School. The Highland Cardinals hosting the Belmont Braves in Six Rivers Western Conference girls basketball tonight. This is Grant Regional Health Center People's State Bank coverage presented by Myers Heating and Cooling and Myers Home Comfort Solutions and Wolf Construction. Welcome to the Raleigh Cheese pregame show tonight. It's presented by Raleigh Cheese at the intersections of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. Coming up on our pregame show, we'll have the Fuller's Milker Center starting lineup, colors of the game, also our injury report. That's lined up in just a moment. But first, let's look at these two teams and where they stack up. And this is the cream of the crop when it comes to Six Rivers Conference girls basketball. Both teams at the top of the conference. So Highland is in first place overall, a 6-1 conference mark. They won 3 straight, and they come in with a mark of 15-4. Albeit, we were here earlier this week. They had a tight win, 42-35 over Schulzberg. Maybe a little closer than some people expected, because Schulzberg certainly kind of a mid-pack team in the conference, but they were very feisty and again hung in there tough with Highland. But Highland overall, great record, 15-4, 6-1, sitting in first place. And maybe even more importantly, were both teams to have the same conference mark. Highland holds the head-to-head tiebreaker because they defeated Belmont back on December 22nd by a score of 42-31 in Belmont. So this is the rematch, an opportunity for the Belmont Braves to maybe extract revenge and split the season series with Highland. And if Belmont is able to do that, then they will be tied for first place with Highland atop the conference. Now for the Braves, they come in with another impeccable record, 13-4. They played 2 fewer games, and their conference mark, 5-1, 1 fewer conference game. But the Braves also come in on a 3-game winning streak. And their last game, a win against Wazeeka Steuben by a score of 48-40. So should be a good one. The top 2 teams in conference, as I mentioned, a chance for Belmont to perhaps get revenge tonight. But it's not going to be an easy task for the Braves, no doubt about that. Our pregame show continues with our injury report. The Russell Law Office's injury report. If you've been injured, contact Russell Law Offices. Their experienced team of personal injury lawyers will fight for your rights and help you get the compensation you deserve. Visit RussellLawWI.com. Good news for both of the clubs, 0 injuries. Nobody in a sling, nobody in a cast. I should knock on wood because, I don't want to jinx anything, but both of these clubs come in very healthy. All of their starters ready to go. No sickness even. So good news on that front. Again, that's brought to you by our friends at Russell Law Offices. They will fight for your right to help you get the compensation you deserve. Visit RussellLawWI.com. We also have a check of the colors of the game. That's brought to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Keeler Family Dental, and coming soon, Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. Belmont in their all-black road uniforms with orange numbers, orange lettering, and I love the orange checkerboard pattern on the shorts. And also the gusset side of the jersey. Just a cool look. Almost the Tennessee Volunteer look, the checkerboard pattern. Just a different shade of orange. Now for the Highland Cardinals, their colors. They're all white home uniforms, white shorts, white tops. They have red striping down the sides and also red numbers, red lettering with black outline as well. And those are the colors of the game, again presented by Cuba City Family Dental, Keeler Family Dental, and coming soon, Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. Just about time to wrap up our Raleigh Cheese pregame show. We'll have the Fuller's Milker Center starting lineup coming up in a moment. Do want to thank a few more sponsors. Claire Bank, they have 8 locations in Southwest Wisconsin, proudly supporting the area's high school sports teams. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that, member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Also, Anderson Weber Toyota, they're powering our video stream because tonight, well, technically we do have video and audio, right? We're streaming tonight's game on our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, not on our traditional radio platforms. But I kind of like it. You can watch the game, put it up on your big screen television, and listen to the play-by-play call. Pretty cool, if you ask me. Also, our game sponsored by Community First Bank, first for you and the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com, member FDIC. Game also brought to you by Myers Heating and Cooling, servicing Southwest Wisconsin since 1999. Myers Heating and Cooling, where they say, don't worry, we got this. And Mound City Bank, their total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop into Mound City Bank to apply. Offers subject to approval. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Learn more at moundcitybank.com. And Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC. They provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. We're going to pause for a moment for the national anthem. And now let's listen to the sounds of the Highland High School Marching Band.
By the Highland Pep Band, under the direction of Mrs. Melissa Straka.
And that is the Highland High School Marching Band with tonight's national anthem here on our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Of course, we do have a full slate of games over on our radio partners. We have boys basketball, Scales Mound at Galena tonight over on Super Hits 106. Mark Evenstad with the call on that game. We have girls basketball, Dodgeville at Platteville. That's over on the X, Extreme 107.1. Steve Prestigard has that game. Then, live from River Ridge in Patch Grove, we have Schulzburg at River Ridge tonight. R.J. Osterhaus has the call on that one. That's over on 97.7 Country, WGLR. And then, of course, we can't forget about the Badgers. The Badger men's basketball team is at Nebraska tonight. And that's a 7:30 tip over, well, in just a few minutes, over on AM 1590 WPVL. Time to take a look at the starters. It's brought to you by Fuller's Milker Center. See Fuller's Milker Center's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com. We'll start with the visiting Belmont Braves. Number 1, senior Lainey Rickers. She is 5'7". Also number 10, Casey Rickers. She is a 5'7" junior. Number 11, Morgan Freeman, a 5'8" junior. Also number 12, Bailey Mester, a 5'4" senior. And finally, number 21, Reese Rundy. She is a 5'8" senior. For Highland, the starters are number 10, Harley Fredericks, a 5'10" senior. Number 14, Addison Bedward, a 5'7" sophomore. Number 15, Bronwyn Halverson, a 5'7" senior. Number 21, Kate Terrell. She is a 5'11" junior. And finally, number 24, Caitlin Miller, a 5'8" junior. That's the starting 5 for both sides, and we are ready for the opening tip. Again, our starters brought to you by Fuller's Milker Center. See their complete line of hygiene options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's Milker Center in Lancaster Richland Center and at fullersmilkercenter.com. Rob Spangler coming to you from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. And we are ready for high school girls basketball here on our Queen Bee Radio YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. We take it to center court. It'll be Morgan Freeman jumping against Harley Fredericks, and Highland wins it. Fredericks tips it ahead. Cardinals quickly set up their offense. Halverson passes to Bedward, top of the key. Bedward puts it on the floor, now swings it over to Miller. Entry pass to Halverson. Ball stripped away, though, stolen by Laney Rickers. Outlet pass up ahead to Reese Rundy. Belmont in transition. They get it inside to Freeman. Shot is blocked underneath by Fredericks. And quickly, Fredericks up the floor for Highland, but she loses the handle. Now they get it out to Bedward for three. Missed it. Fredericks, offensive rebound. Harley Fredericks put back. She missed that one. And now the ball caroms out of bounds. Last touched by Highland. It'll be Belmont basketball. 17:20 to go. Scoreless just underway here from Highland High School. Top two teams in the Six Rivers Western Conference in girls basketball. Belmont, number 2 at Highland, who is number 1. Over the top, beautiful pass to Morgan Freeman, but she missed a layup. But the putback is good by Laney Rickers. Rickers, right place, right time, gets the bucket. And Belmont has an early 2-0 lead. Now Halverson pushing it up the floor. A little press, able to get it ahead to Bedward. Bedward settles up top of the key now, sets up the offense for the Cardinals. Quick bounce pass right side to Fredericks. Fredericks looking for an entry pass, gets it inside, post up Terrell. And she's fouled on the right block. Draws the foul from Freeman of Belmont. That'll be her first, team's first. And 2 shots at the line for Kate Terrell, the 5'11 junior forward. 16:44 to play in the first half. First free throw, no good by Terrell. One more coming up. 2-0, Belmont on top of Highland. Highland hosting. Second free throw, no good either. Terrell missed both. Rebound to Belmont. Casey Rickers pushes it up ahead to Laney, her sister. Back out to Casey now. Way outside on the right wing. Cross-court pass to Bailey Mester. Bailey dribbles to the left corner to Freeman. Freeman lost the handle and turns it over. Stolen by Fredericks. Fredericks break ahead to Miller. Looked like she traveled, and she did. So Belmont gets it right back, still trailing 2-0, or still leading rather 2-0 over Highland. Again, you're listening and watching to our broadcast on our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And I'm Rob Spangler. Thanks for joining us. Ball tipped out of bounds on an entry pass attempted for Laney Rickers. It was knocked out by Kate Terrell. Good defense. Belmont will inbound baseline right. Throwing it in, Reese Rundy for the Braves. Rundy fires it into Rickers. That's Laney, top of the key. To the corner to Rundy. Rundy in the right corner. Back out to Casey Rickers. Casey resetting, now throws it over to Mester in the corner to Freeman. Freeman passes up to Rundy. Right side, Casey Rickers. Rickers inside to Laney. Back out. Now they rotate it over to Mester. Good half-court defense here from Highland. Not allowing any good looks until now. A 3 from the corner by Casey Rickers, no good. Rundy there for the putback, draws the foul. Coach Terrell didn't like the call. 2 shots coming at the line here for Reese Rundy with 15:41 to play in the first half. Foul, by the way, charged to Halverson, her first. First free throw, no good by Rundy. One more attempt coming up. Second attempt by Rundy, good. So she hits 1 of 2. 3-0 Belmont. 15:40 to go here in the first half. Highland, again, facing a little bit of press. Able to get across the timeline, but Miller's trapped. She's in trouble, gets it to Terrell. Terrell dribbling awfully high. Almost turned it over, gets it back to Miller. Now out to Bedward. Bedward, top of the key. Pressured, hands off to Fredericks, and a collision there between Casey Rickers and Bedward, who set a screen at the top of the key. And Rickers charged with the foul. That'll be her first, team's second. 2 on Belmont, 1 on Highland thus far. 3-0. Belmont on top of Highland, inbound, taken by Harley Fredericks. Sets up the point here for the Cardinals. They get it inside to Halverson. Posting up, right block, but she traveled. Third turnover of the game on Highland so far, just 1 on Belmont unofficially. And bringing the ball up the floor for the Braves, Casey Rickers. Rickers guarded by Harley Fredericks. Swings it over to Mester on the left wing, in the corner to Freeman. Freeman, baseline, cut off. She's triple teamed and has it stripped away. Stolen by Halverson. Now an outlet pass for Miller. Goes out of bounds. Last touched by Miller. It'll be a turnover on Highland. Both teams turning it over on those possessions. Sub comes in. Callie Jo Hodgson off the bench for Belmont here. 3-0. Belmont on top of Highland. Belmont ball, 14:47 to go. Ooh, almost a travel there by Bailey Mester. Passes it back to Rickers, top of the key. Into the corner to Rundy. Rundy doubled up. Gets it inside, ball deflected out to Casey Rickers. Now to Mester. Left corner. Gives it to Laney Rickers. Over the top pass intended for Hodgson, couldn't handle it. It'll be a turnover. Highland quickly up the floor. Halverson, baseline drive. She's cut off. Wide open 3, right wing by Bedward, no good. Offensive board by Halverson. Put back, good. Bronwyn Halverson finally scores the first bucket of the game for Highland, and it's 3-2. Belmont by a point with 14:04 to play in the first half. Belmont up the floor, ball tipped out of bounds. Pressured by Bedward was Reese Rundy, lost the handle. Stays Belmont basketball. Reese Rundy to inbound here. Gets it into Casey Rickers. Back down to Rundy. She'll spot for 3 from the corner. Hits a side iron, no good. Rebound Halverson of Highland. Outlet to Bedward. Bedward across the timeline. Looking to get rid of it. Well, still dribbling. Now passes off near side to Miller. Entry pass, Terrell. Terrell backing her way down. Shot. Missed it. Rebound. Tied up. I think we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Belmont. Game brought to you tonight by these fine sponsors, Rundy Plumbing and Heating of Belmont. For all your agricultural, commercial, and residential needs, call Rundy Plumbing and Heating of Belmont. 3-2, Belmont on top of Highland by a point, 13:24 to play. First half, entry pass inside to Laney Rickers, powers it up, missed it. Rebound, Kate Terrell. Bomb pass ahead to Harley Fredericks. Fredericks, right corner, drives the lane, pull-up jumper off the glass, missed it. Rebound tipped out, and Callie Jo Hodgson gets the rebound. Out near the perimeter, now the ball is poked away and almost stolen by Fredericks. Harley Fredericks playing some expert-level defense out on the perimeter. Now to Rundy. Rundy is fouled by Halverson, and that is going to be her second, and she will have to come out of the game as Coach Terrell quickly gets ready to sub in Sophie Terrell, who I'm sure is coming in for Halverson, who picked up her second, and she is. Now 2 subs for Belmont into the game, Morgan Freeman and also freshman Carson Raymaker. Raymaker will inbound far side in front of the fans and gets it into Casey Rickers. Now she'll pass it off to Courtney Fritz. Fritz just checked in a moment ago too. In the corner to Freeman. Freeman, baseline drive, stepped out of bounds. Another turnover on Morgan Freeman. I believe that's her second in a row. 3-2, Belmont rather, leading. And now a steal by Raymaker, and she's fouled going to the rack. Nice defensive play by Carson Raymaker, and then she turned it into an offensive attempt and has 2 shots at the line. That last foul is on Bedward. It'll be her first. Raymaker's first free throw, good. Belmont has a 2-point lead, 4-2, 12:39 to go, first half. A defensive slugfest so far not surprisingly. These two teams play good D. Second free throw, no good. And the rebound boarded up by Highland. It's Terrell. She'll give it off to Harley Fredericks. Fredericks pushes up the floor here for the Cardinals. Swings it off to Miller on the right wing. Caitlin Miller back out to Kate Terrell. Ball stolen by Freeman. Freeman layup other end. Good. 6-2 Belmont. 12-13 to play. First half. Rob Spangler bringing you the game tonight on our Queen Bee Radio YouTube channel so you can watch and listen to it. All of our radio frequencies tied up tonight. This ball tipped out of bounds. That'll be a turnover on Highland. From looking at it, I thought maybe Belmont touched it last, but apparently not. So it's Belmont basketball, and Casey Rickers brings the ball up the floor here for the Braves. Passes it off left side to Courtney Fritz. Cross court to Freeman. Back out to Rickers. Rickers over to Raymaker. Back to Rickers. Open three. Right wing. No good. That one rimmed out. Freeman, though, the putback is good. Morgan Freeman now, back-to-back buckets. 4 points for her, and it's 8-2 Belmont. Quickly up the floor, it is Bedward. Bedward in transition. Shot blocked by Callie Jo Hodgson. Two-handed stuff. Highland hangs on, though. Miller has it in the corner. She'll drive baseline left. Cut off. Double team. Out to Bedward. Bounce pass is stolen by Raymaker. Carson then outlets to Casey Rickers, and it was last touched by Harley Fredericks of Highland, so it will stay Belmont ball. And the Braves will inbound baseline left this time. Throwing it in, it's Carson Raymaker. Looking, still looking. Oh boy, not a good inbound. It was easily stolen by Miller. Miller, breakaway the other way, puts it up, traveled. I was going to say, I thought for a moment she had drawn the foul, but no, she stopped and shuffled the feet, commits a traveling violation, so Belmont gets it right back. Belmont leading 8-2 over Highland here from Highland High School. 11:05 to go, first half. Casey Rickers up ahead to Fritz. Now into the corner to Raymaker. Back out to Fritz. Ball is almost stolen by Frederick. Harley Fredericks, again, just a tenacious defender. Constantly putting pressure on the ball. Knocks that one out of bounds. Does remain Belmont basketball. Casey Rickers takes it. Rickers passes it up ahead to Fritz. Left side, inside to Laney Rickers. Back to Casey. Laney now will spot up for three. That one's short. It grazed the rim. Rebound boarded up by Bedward. Bedward in trouble. Gets it out to Sophie Terrell. Back to Bedward. Bedward looks to push it up here on the near side. Passes to Fredericks' left corner. Now to the right side. Terrell for three. That's Sophie Terrell. Missed it. It's going to go out of bounds. And Belmont gets the ball back. Reese Rundy checks back in. She'll come in for Raymaker here. Casey Rickers to man the point. She'll bring it up. Or to woman the point, as it were. Rickers fires it up ahead to Freeman. Freeman, right wing. Passes it off to Fritz. Fritz into the corner to Rundy. Rundy in the right corner. Passes to Laney Rickers. Rickers double teamed. Back out to Fritz. Now over to Casey Rickers, left wing. To Fritz. Stops and pops for three. Missed it. Rebound boarded up by Freeman. Freeman back out to Laney Rickers. Thought about a three herself. Stops. Now fires it back to Casey. In the corner. Rundy. Three. Left side. No good. Another offensive rebound for Belmont. This one from Freeman. Back to Casey. Now inside for Laney. Lost the handle, but Fritz gets it back. Now to Rundy. Rundy back out to Laney Rickers. Drives in. Faces a double team. Just about lost it. Casey Rickers hanging on. Rickers double teamed. Casey's in trouble. They might want to call timeout. She has it stripped away. Picked off by Meg Terrell. Terrell the other way. Gets it back to Bedward. Now to Miller. Caitlin Miller out on the left wing. Hands it off to Meg Terrell. Terrell backs her way in. Bounce pass now. Sophie for three. No good. Rebound out of bounds off of Bedward. And it'll be Belmont basketball. And a couple more subs come in. Addison McNett checks in for Belmont for the first time tonight, and Bailey Mester is back in as well. So Addison McNett will handle the point. She'll bring it up here for the Braves. Hands it off to Reese Rundy. There's a pass into the corner to Lainey Rickers. Missed a three. Grazed the rim, but no good. So far, nobody's made a three, and we have a whistle. Oh, I thought we had a whistle. Just a squeaky floor, I guess. 8-2, Belmont on top here. 8:32 to play in the first half. Bedward controls for Highland. Passes off to Sophie Terrell. Back to Bedward. A little crossover dribble. Looks to attack the lane, and she's fouled by McNett. Non-shooting foul. So Highland will inbound baseline right. 8-2. Belmont on top here. Low scoring game. 8:19 to play first half. Harley Fredericks from the baseline fires it in to Miller. Miller, a little head fake, back out to Fredericks. Fredericks drives, pull-up jumper, short. Rebound taken by McNett. McNett outlet pass ahead to Freeman. Freeman on the right wing, looking to go baseline. Cut off, gets it out to Lainey Rickers. Out to McNett, now rotates over to Rundy in the corner. It's Bailey Mester. Back to Lainey Rickers, near side Freeman. In the corner, Addison McNett facing a double team. Throws it out to Rundy. Now they rotate out to Freeman. Back to Rickers. It's Laney in the corner. Cross court to McNett. McNett pressured. Stops her dribble here. Gets it back out to Mester. Mester looking to attack. Now a bounce pass to Freeman. In the corner, Addison McNett for three. Hits the side iron and then hit the cable above the basket, which means it's out of play. So Highland basketball the other way. Still 8-2. Belmont by 6 here with 7:26 to go first half. Low scoring affair. Highland has been held to one basket so far. You're over halfway through this first half. That's pretty impressive defense from Belmont. Sophie Terrell has it out on the right wing for Highland. Pass inside to her sister Meg. Meg backing down, and she is fouled. She'll have 2 shots at the line, too, so chance to get some points on the board here for Highland. The foul is on Morgan Freeman. That'll be her second, team's 4th. 3 fouls on Highland tonight. Meg Terrell at the free throw line. First one is good. Excuse me, that's Kate Terrell. Sorry about that. Kate Terrell at the free throw line. One more free throw coming up. That one's good as well. So Kate Terrell hits both. She missed her first 2, but hit those, and now she's 2 for 4 at the line. 8-4 is the score. Belmont leading by 4 with 6:58 to go in the half. Casey Rickers has it out near top of the key. Gets it back to Laney. Laney in trouble. Throws it off of Bedward's knee out of bounds, so she saves the possession. Belmont will inbound it in front of the Highland bench. Reese Rundy to inbound. Fires it into Casey Rickers. Rickers has it way outside on the right wing. Gives over to Mester. Back to Rickers in the corner. Rundy double teamed. Gets it down to Callie Jo Hodgson. Back out to Mester for 3. Oh, that was all the way around the rim and popped out. Closest to being in so far. Back the other way, it's Kate Terrell. Shot blocked by Callie Jo Hodgson on the other end. That's a second block of the night by Hodgson. Hodgson has that big frame, has that long reach, and that's something she can do. And she's done it effectively a couple times tonight. 8-4. Belmont leading by 4. 6:24 to play. Inbound taken by Sophie Terrell. Passes off right side to Bedward. That's Addison Bedward. Bedward bounce pass underneath. Sophie Terrell posting up underneath to Frederick. She missed the layup. The rebound goes out of bounds. Last touched by Highland, so it'll be Belmont ball. Bailey Mester takes the inbound, gets it up to Casey Rickers. Rickers back over to Mester in the corner. Hodgson for three, missed it. Rebound loose. Casey Rickers in the corner, back out to Rundy. Reese Rundy on the right wing. Passes underneath to Hodgson. Hodgson is double teamed, lost it. It was stolen away inside by Kate Terrell. Outlet, Harley Fredericks. Weaving through traffic, pull up jumper, missed it. Sophie Terrell's putback, no good, but a foul. And so Sophie Terrell will shoot two at the line. Foul charge to number 21, that's Reese Rundy, her first. Team foul number 5, so Belmont getting up there a little bit in fouls. They have two more to give, or one more to give, and then the 1-and-1 bonus will be in effect. First free throw, no good by Sophie Terrell. One more attempt coming up. That one is good. So Sophie Terrell hits one of two. And it's 8-5, three-point ball game. Low-scoring battle here from Highland High School tonight. Belmont leading by 3, 5:33 to go, first half. Inside, Lainey Rickers. Rickers, up and under move, draws a foul in the lane. Let's see who gets credited with the foul. Looks like it's Bedward. Second on Bedward tonight, and fourth team foul on Highland in the half. First free throw, no good. Back iron by Lainey Rickers. Rickers 2 points tonight so far. Sub back in, Carson Raymaker. She'll check in for Bailey Mester. We're on our YouTube channel tonight. Second free throw is good by Lainey Rickers. So Rickers hits one of two. It's 9-5 now. Belmont on top of Highland with 5:22 to play in the first half. Here comes an entry pass inside to Kate Terrell. Kicks it out to Miller. Now to Sophie Terrell. In the right corner. Loses the handle for a moment. Now gets it back. Kicks it back out to the point to Summerin Halverson. Entry pass inside. Now Terrell along two. Not quite able to get it. Reese Rundy with the board. So Belmont ball, 9-5. Dolly Parton, we're working 9-5. Belmont on top here with 4:50 to play in the first half. Here comes a jumper in the lane. Good by Reese Rundy. Mid-range J. Reese Rundy's first field goal. 3 points for her. It's 11-5 now. Belmont up. 4:39 to play in the half. And now Miller fell down, and the ball caroms out of bounds. That'll be a turnover on Highland. Coach Terrell wanted a foul call. I'm not sure that I saw a foul, but I'm not saying there wasn't maybe a little bit of a trip there, but it would have been very slight. Here comes a pass in the lane to Rundy. Hard to see anyway. Pass to the corner now to Casey Rickers. Now to her sister Lainey, left wing. Top of the key to Rundy. Back to Casey Rickers. Head fake. Looking to get rid of it. Back out to Carson Raymaker. Rotates over to Rundy. Entry pass. Lainey Rickers powers it up. Hits the cable above the basket, and that's out of play. And actually, that was not Lainey Rickers. That was Callie Jo Hodgson. So the ball stays with Highland here, or goes to Highland now. 11-5, Belmont up with 4:08 to go, first half. Tonight we're on our Queen Bee Radio YouTube channel. So we're streaming video and audio, which is always exciting. Sophie Terrell gets it inside. She's double teamed, and the ball partially blocked from behind by Carson Raymaker. Belmont gets it, and they're quickly up the floor. Now Raymaker spots up for three. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Fredericks had it. Last touched by Casey Rickers, out of bounds, and I think we have a 30-second timeout going to be taken here by Coach Kayleen McGettigan of Belmont. So we'll keep it here. Why? Because we actually can't take a commercial break since we're not on radio. We have no commercials other than our fine sponsors that I'm going to tell you about. They include Don's Tire in Highland. Don's Tire is your neighborhood Goodyear Tire Center. Count on the trusted local pros at Don's Tire, bottom of Main Street in Highland. And TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Jim Drury and the gang a call at TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Game also brought to you by the Sports Page. They welcome you in for ice-cold beverages. Order off their menu. Weekly specials include Friday night fish, Saturday night prime rib, large 2-topping pizzas on Sundays. The Sports Page in Belmont, and McNett Electric at Belmont. They can assist you with all your electrical needs. Chip and the crew at McNett Electric are on call, ready to help you with your agricultural, commercial, and residential electrical needs. McNett Electric at Belmont. Back to action here. 11-5, Belmont leading, and a block again by Callie Jo Hodgson. That's her third block of the game, but now a steal on the other end. Pickpocket, and Harley Fredericks puts it back up and gets a layup for 2. That is the first points of the game for Harley Fredericks. Almost shocking that she's only scored 2, but pulls Highland within an 11-7 game now. 4-point lead for Belmont, with 3:13 to go in the half. Now here's a steal. Miller out front, and another layup. A steal and a layup by Caitlin Miller. And all of a sudden, Highland is within 2. 11-9. Casey Rickers brings it up for the Braves. Gives it off to Reese Rundy, right wing. Cross court to Casey Rickers. Spots up for 3. Missed it. Rundy gets it back, put back, blocked out of bounds. Almost ripped out of bounds by Harley Fredericks. Boy, Harley Fredericks is a beast. She ripped that one out of the air. It wasn't really a block as much as it was like just ripped it away. Here comes an inbound pass for Belmont, baseline left, and Fredericks just about stole it. She deflected the inbound attempt to Carson Raymaker, and so Belmont will reattempt it, this time from the right baseline. Rundy gets it in. That's Lexi Rickers, who just checked in a moment ago, freshman for the Braves. Now to Carson Raymaker, gives it back to Casey Rickers. Casey puts it on the floor, drives the lane, puts it up, missed it. Rebound, Kate Terrell, but Rickers steals it back and missed the layup. Boy, couple good looks there by Casey Rickers. Now a reach-in foul on Carson Raymaker. That'll be team foul number 6 on Belmont, so one more foul on the Braves, and the 1-and-1 bonus will be in effect. However, not yet. Highland will inbound instead this time. And throwing it in is Sophie Terrell for the Cardinals. Gets it in to Harley Fredericks. Fredericks swings it off right side to Kate Terrell. Entry pass, Fredericks. Fredericks off the window, scores. Second field goal for Fredericks, and we have a tie game with 2:09 to play in the first half. 11-11. Highland has come all the way back. Belmont now with the possession in the half court. Raymaker, pass, cross court, dangerous, almost stolen to Casey Rickers. Rickers inside. Try to get it into Raymaker. Back out to Laney for 3. Got it! Finally a three-pointer for Belmont. Laney Rickers, after Belmont had been 0 to that point from three-point land. And now a steal by Casey. She missed the shot. It was blocked by Harley Fredericks, and we got a jump ball on the ground. A possession arrow favoring Highland now with 1:36 to go in the first half. Exciting finish to the half here. 13-11, Belmont up by 2. Inbound pass taken by Miller. Hits it back to Fredericks. Belmont implementing a little full court press. Highland breaks it. Miller, wide open 3 on the other end. Missed that one. The rebound saved by Summer and Halverson. Great job. Miller now back door. She's fouled by Laney Rickers. Little hip check. And that is team foul number 7, so the 1-and-1 bonus is in effect. And Laney Rickers picks up her first. But team's 7th. Highland just 4 fouls in this first half. Belmont leading 13-11. First free throw is no good by Miller, so Belmont gets it right back. Belmont a 2-point lead, 1:14 to play. Casey Rickers bounce pass here to Rundy on the right wing. Inside, it's Lexi Rickers, slashes to the hoop, missed the basket. Now we have a jump ball again, yes. And this time the possession arrow favors Belmont. Sub coming in, it is Bedward off the bench, checking in for Miller here. And Reese Rundy inbounding baseline left. Fires it in. Out to Casey Rickers. Rickers to the corner to Rundy. Rundy looking to get it inside Laney Rickers. Laney backing her way in. Throws it off the window. Missed it. Raymaker gets it back out to Casey. Casey now bumped and fires a pass to Rundy. She's fouled on the floor. That'll be team foul number 5 on Highland, so no free throw shooting yet. Looks like Kate Terrell picks up the personal. Rundy inbounding baseline left here for the Braves. Still looking, still looking. Finally gets it in to Carson Raymaker. Out to Laney Rickers. Baseline drive, puts up a shot, missed it. Rebound, boarded by Lexi Rickers. Out to Casey, top of the key. Back out to Rundy. Underneath, Lexi Rickers posting up. Lost the handle now. That's going to be a turnover on Belmont. And we have a reach-in foul, I think, on Laney Rickers. And it is her second. And we're going to go down and shoot shoot at least a free throw. 1-and-1 bonus is still in effect. That's now the 8th foul on Belmont in the first half. Looks like Kelly Jo Hodgson checking in from the bench. She'll come in for Laney Rickers, so Coach McGettigan doesn't want her to pick up any more fouls. 29 seconds left in the half. First free throw is good by Bedward. That is Addison Bedward at the free throw line, and one more coming up for her. She can tie the game if she hits this one. It is good. And we have a tie ball game. 13-13, 29 seconds left in the first half. Belmont, perhaps their last possession of the half. Rundy has it on the right wing. Fires it over to Casey Rickers, left wing. Back over to Rundy. Inside, Raymaker. Backdoor, Casey Rickers. Rickers out to Rundy. Open three. Missed it. Side iron. Rebound, Frederick. 6 seconds left. Outlet pass. Knocked out of bounds by Casey Rickers, intended for Bedward. So with 3.4 seconds left in the half, Highland will inbound the ball, and they should get the last shot of the half. Unless Belmont gets a steal. Here comes the inbound play for Kate Terrell. 3.4 seconds. Oh, it is stolen. It's Casey Rickers, layup at the buzzer, missed it. And the Belmont crowd wanted a foul, no foul. Our score is 13-13 at the half. Belmont and Highland all knotted at 13. Well, that was an exciting first half, wasn't it? Hopefully the second will be just as good. And I have a feeling it will be. Well, coming up next, we have our Peterson Agency halftime report. That is brought to you by the Peterson Agency in Argyle, where Brian Peterson specializes in home, farm, auto, and umbrella policies. Well, we would normally take a commercial break right now, but again, we're streaming this game on our YouTube channel, so instead, we will not. We will actually have a ukulele solo from my good friend Tiny Tim now for our halftime entertainment. I'm kidding. What I'm going to do is turn down the microphone for a second, tabulate some stats, and we'll be right back after this. It is the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Halftime score 13-13. Belmont tied with Highland in girls Six Rivers Conference basketball. And more coming up. Our halftime report in moments here on our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And welcome back. It is the Peterson Agency halftime report here on our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel tonight. Our score at halftime, 13-13. Belmont on the road at Highland, all knotted up. The number 1 and 2 teams in the Six Rivers Conference in girls basketball, all knotted at 13. Let's take a look at halftime stats, but before we do that, I want to thank a few more of our sponsors here tonight, including Bytech Resource Management, A Greener Way, Bytech Resource Management of Monroe. Also, Bush Insurance, proud partner of Pekin Insurance Company. Carey's Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont, Prairie du Chien, and at careysguttersanddoors.com. Sloan Implement is your official John Deere dealer in Bloomington, Cuba City, Montfort, and at sloans.com. And Bob Hundhausen, your Platteville Edward Jones representative, saluting our area athletes on their hard work. Bob Hundhausen, Edward Jones Investments off Business 151 Inside Drive in Platteville. Let's take a look first at the visiting Belmont Braves. Leading the way for Belmont tonight, Lainey Rickers has 6 points, including a big three-pointer, the only made 3 in the first half. 4 points for Morgan Freeman. By the way, Lainey Rickers leads all scorers for both teams with 6 points. Morgan Freeman with 4. 3 for Reese Rundy and 1 for Carson Raymaker off the bench. Now, for unofficially, we had Belmont for 10 first half turnovers. For Highland, leading the way, Harley Fredericks with 4. Also, 2 for Addison Bedward, 2 for Bronwyn Halverson, Kate Terrell with 2, Caitlin Miller with 2, and 1 for Sophie Terrell off the bench. And unofficially for Highland, had them with 8 first half turnovers. So a low-scoring affair, a defensive slugfest, but the one stat so far that Highland is ahead in is turnovers, at least unofficially. According to my stats, they have 2 fewer turnovers than Belmont in the first half. Let's look at our first half stats, brought to you by the Peterson Agency in Argyle. Brian Peterson specializes in home farm auto and umbrella policies. We also do have some scores on the Shoebox scoreboard to share with you tonight. That's brought to you by the Shoebox in Black Earth, largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. And here's what we've got on our Queen Bee family of stations so far. Dodgeville is leading Platteville 20-17 in girls hoops. That game over on Extreme 107.1. That's still quite a bit of time left in the first half. What else do we have? River Ridge leading Highland boys at the half, 28. Whoop, hold on a sec. Actually looking to see, all right, here we go. Actually do have a halftime score on this one. Dodgeville leading Platteville 26-24 at the half in girls basketball. Again, that one over on Extreme 107.1. RJ Osterhaus has the call of the Schulzberg at River Ridge game. And yeah, River Ridge leads 28-22 at the half, it looks like, in girls basketball there. Don't have an update from Mark Evenstad yet on the Scales Mound at Galena game. That's over on Super Hits 106. So as soon as we do get a score on that one, we'll let you know. But those are the scores that we have on the Shoebox scoreboard tonight. Well, we'll take one more brief pause. Going to turn the microphone off for just a second, and we'll be back with second half tip-off next. This is the Peterson Agency halftime report. Our score at the break, 13-13, all tied up. Belmont at Highland in girls basketball. Second half action next here on our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And we're back. That'll about wrap it up for the Peterson Agency halftime report. It's been brought to you by the Peterson Agency in Argyle. Brian Peterson specializes in home, farm, auto, and umbrella policies. Our halftime score is tied 13-13. Belmont at Highland. It's Six Rivers Conference girls basketball. Right now, Highland, the number 1 team in the conference, 6-1. Belmont, the number 2 team, at 5-1. If Belmont wins this game, both teams, well, I guess, yeah, technically Belmont would then leap ahead with a 6-1 mark, and Highland would fall to second, 6-2, basically a half game back in the conference standings. So a big, big game. Of course, if Highland wins, they put a chokehold on this conference. So this is a very meaningful game tonight, no question. All right, we're ready for second half action. 18 minutes on the clock. 13-13 tie game, and here we go. Highland will inbound at half court, throwing it in. It is Addison Bedward. And here comes the inbound pass. Fires it in to Bronwyn Halverson, back to, wow, the ball is stolen. Ripped out of the air by Reese Rundy. Gets it back to Bailey Mester, so a quick turnover to start the second half for Highland. Belmont gets the first offensive possession. Bailey Mester, left corner. Passes off to Casey Rickers. Ball's kicked by Harley Fredericks. Stays Belmont basketball. Inbounding Reese Rundy again here for the Braves. Tie game, 13 apiece. Inbound pass taken by Casey Rickers. Passes down to Rundy. Back out to Rickers. It's Laney. Now to Casey. Laney fired a perfect pass to Coach McGettigan. And Coach McGettigan didn't appreciate that, since she's not a player. So turnover on Belmont, and it goes right back to Highland here. Ball is tipped away, though, and stolen. It was tipped away by Bailey Mester, and coming up with it is Laney Rickers. Outlet pass up to Morgan Freeman. Now to Laney Rickers. Now it's stolen right back by Harley Fredericks. Fredericks in transition. They rotate out to Kate Terrell. Three-pointer, short. Rebound, Mester. Gives it back to Casey Rickers. Outlet pass to Freeman. Freeman drives in. Lost their footing. Gets it back out to Casey Rickers. Now to Mester. Inside, ball deflected and stolen again by Halverson. Boy, lots of turnovers to start this second half. Still tied at 13. And now here comes Fredericks with the turnaround in the lane, and she knocks it down. Harley Fredericks stopped, spun around. Nobody was there, so she shot it. Mid-range jumper good. 15-13, Highland up. 16:25 to go, second half. Now dribbling in, it is Laney Rickers out to Reese Rundy for three. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Laney gets it. It's tied up for a second, and she lost the handle. Kind of threw it away, and Kate Terrell comes up with it. Harley Fredericks pushing it up in transition here. Almost a turnover there. Bailey Mester just about had the steal. Right side, it is Miller. Miller. Ball tied up for a moment, then lost it out of bounds. Belmont basketball. Coach Terrell not happy with the officiating, thinking there was a reach-in foul there, but no foul call. Casey Rickers brings it up here for Belmont. Passes off to Bailey Mester, left wing. Belmont trailing 15-13 here with 15:37 to go. Bounce pass inside to Freeman. Freeman in the low post draws a foul as she went up and under. And I believe Harley Fredericks called for her first tonight. Team foul number 1 on Highland, and for that matter, either team in the second half. First free throw by Freeman is short. One more coming up. 15-13. Highland leading Belmont by 2. 15:32 to play. Second free throw good. So Freeman hits one of 2, and it's 15-14. 1-point ball game. Highland on top. Pass up the court, and this one's going to be an over and back violation on Highland. Another turnover. And a sub comes in. Summerin Halverson will check into the game. She'll come in for Bedward here. Belmont, meanwhile, will inbound at half court. So Reese Rundy to inbound. She'll get it into Casey Rickers. And Belmont sets up. Now to Bailey Mester, left wing. Bounce pass over to Casey. Facing a double team. Back out to Mester. Gives it down to Reese Rundy now, left corner. To Rickers. Rotates over to Mester. Top of the key, Casey Rickers. Bounce pass. Out to Mester for three. No good. Rebound boarded up by Halverson. Outlet pass to Fredericks. 2-on-1. Passes ahead to Halverson. Halverson missed the shot. Put back, no good. And this time it's rebounded by Belmont's Casey Rickers. Couple good looks there for Highland. Couldn't get it to go. Casey Rickers weaves her way up the court. Gives it off to Mester now, left wing. 15-14. Highland up by a point. Belmont ball. Entry pass. Hodgson lost the handle, but it bounces out of bounds off of Bronwyn Halverson. So Belmont will inbound baseline right. It is Morgan Freeman to inbound. Gets it in to Casey Rickers, top of the key. Inside to Freeman, now out to Mester. Mester drives, kicks to Rundy, back out to Rickers. Casey Rickers drives in. Nice dish underneath and a layup good by Callie Jo Hodgson. The pass, though, was absolutely beautiful by Casey Rickers on the penetration. 16-15, Belmont has retaken the lead, 4:06 to go, second half. Highland ball, Harley Fredericks dribbles out, top of the key. Sets up for the Cards, passes off right side to Miller. Miller looking for somewhere to go and lost her dribble. Now hands it off to Halverson. Halverson threw it away. That's Summerin Halverson. And Bedward's going to come back into the game here for Highland, back for Halverson. Casey Rickers will bring it back up for Belmont. 16-15, Belmont by a point here. And a pass down to Casey Rickers. Into the corner to Rundy. Rundy, not sure who that pass was intended for, but it's a turnover. And Miller, just about traveled. Gets it up to Bedward. Entry pass inside, and that is a travel. The entire Belmont crowd shouted out, almost in unison, travel. Just trying to help the officials. 16-15. Belmont leads by a point. 13:09 to go here in the second half. What a game. Freeman kicks it back to the point to Mester. Back out to Rundy. Now in the corner to Callie Jo Hodgson. Back to Rundy. Top of the key. Rotate over to Mester. Bounce pass to Freeman in the corner. Freeman dribbles out of pressure. And the ball goes across the timeline. That'll be an over and back violation on Belmont. So Highland will inbound far side. And Kate Terrell to throw it in. Gets it into Halverson. Now swings it out to Bedward. 12:40 to play. Second half. Bedward pressed by Mester. Good pressure defense. Entry pass inside. Tied up and stolen by Mester. 16-15. Belmont still by a point. 12:21 to go in the second half. Bounce pass right side to Mester. Mester out to Rundy, top of the key. Now rotates over to Casey Rickers. She'll drive in, but it's pickpocketed away. Stolen by Fredericks. 2-on-1. Fredericks layup, missed it on the other end. Rebound to Rundy. Outlet, Rickers. Long pass ahead, beautiful feed to Callie Jo Hodgson, but she missed the layup, but then Rickers rips it back. Rickers in trouble, just about lost it. Bailey Mester comes away with it, and then they call a jump ball. The possession arrow favors Belmont. Carson Raymaker getting set to check in for Belmont here. She'll come in for Mester. Inbounding the ball, it will be Reese Rundy for Belmont. Gets it into Casey Rickers. 11:47 to play in the second half. 16-15, Belmont by a point. Bounce pass, Hodgson in the paint, kicks it out. 3, Casey Rickers. Missed it, front of the rim. Rebound, Fredericks. Outlet pass, Bedward, transition, layup, good. Great outlet pass, Bedward, her first field goal, 4 points for her. And it's 17-16, Highland back by a point. Seesaw battle here, 11:18 to go. Second half, inside Hodgson. Powers it up, missed it. Might have been contact, no foul call though. Rebound Kate Terrell for Highland, and Highland back the other way. Halverson, entry pass inside. Whistle and a foul on the floor. The basket actually did go in, but it's not going to count by Bronwyn Halverson. So Fredericks to inbound from the baseline left for Highland. Lainey Rickers will check back into the game here for Callie Jo Hodgson. And a quick entry pass to Bedward. Out on the left wing for Highland. Gets it off to Sophie Terrell. Terrell looking for an entry pass. Gets it inside to Halverson. Throws it up. Back of the iron. Missed it. Rebound boarded up by Freeman. 17-16. Highland by a point. 10:45 to play. Second half. 3. Rundy. Hits the rim. No good. Rebound. Rickers, put back, no good. Rebound, Sophie Terrell, and she draws a foul, pushing it back up the floor on Casey Rickers. It'll be the second on Rickers. Highland ball. Kate Terrell to inbound. Gets it into Fredericks. Harley Fredericks. Passes it off to Bedward. Looking for an entry pass. Gets it inside to Kate Terrell. Shot blocked by Freeman. Rickers to Rickers. That's Laney to Casey. Shot blocked by Fredericks. Now back the other way. Kate Terrell pushing it up for Highland. Passes off to Fredericks. 10:05 to play here in the second half. Got a defensive slugfest inside to Terrell. Terrell puts up the shot and scores. Kate Terrell scored from the left block, 19-16. Now a 3-point lead for Highland, which in this game is a big lead. And now a steal. Pass is picked off by Bronwyn Halverson. Outlet, Bedward, shot blocked, put back, no good. Reese Rundy gets the rebound this time for Belmont. Little helter-skelter. Now down the lane, it is Carson Raymaker. Threw up a prayer, no good, no foul call. Looked like contact. Coach McGettigan can't believe it. Highland ball, back the other way. Inside, Halverson has it tied up. And what do we have here? Bedward looks like she may have taken a knee to the head. But she's in a little pain from Raymaker. But she gets called for the foul. So talk about insult to injury. Yeah, holding her nose. I think she took a shot to the face when she reached in, did Bronwyn Halverson. Timeout on the floor while they look at Halverson. She back on her feet, so it does appear to be okay. No blood, so good news on that front. 19-16, Belmont trailing Highland by 3 with 9:12 to go in the second half. And that last foul gives the ball to Belmont here. So the Braves have possession coming up out of this injury timeout. Raymaker will inbound it. And Casey Rickers takes it, and we're back underway. Just over 9 minutes left, so about halfway through the second half. Bounce pass right to Raymaker, cross court. Casey Rickers goes baseline left, double team, puts up the shot over two, missed it, put back no good, but a foul. I think that's Raymaker, who's going to be shooting two. The foul is on number 21. That'll be Kate Terrell, her second. 3 team fouls on Highland's second half so far, 2 on Belmont. Raymaker 1 of 2 at the free throw line. First free throw, good. 19-17, one more coming up. Second free throw. Good. So Raymaker hits both. 19-18, 1-point ball game, and Highland turns it over on the inbound play. Kate Terrell lost the handle. There was some full court press between Casey Rickers and Morgan Freeman. They forced the turnover. So Belmont gets it right back. Bronwyn Halverson back into the game after taking that shot a moment ago. She'll come in for Kate Terrell here. And inbounding baseline left, Raymaker. Underneath, Freeman missed the layup. Gets it back, puts it back up and scores. 20-19, Belmont by a point here with 8:44 to play. Harley Fredericks backs off her teammates. She's going to bring it up herself. Passes off to Bedward. Bedward looking for an entry pass, nowhere to go. Back out to Miller, top of the key. Now rotates to Fredericks. Fredericks out on the right wing, almost stolen it is. It's picked off by Casey Rickers. Pickpocket, close range by Rickers. Rickers brings it back for the Braves. Facing a double team, 2-3 zone D by Highland. Back out to Laney Rickers, now to Casey. Wide open 3, left wing, no good. Rebound boarded up by Highland. Outlet to Miller. Outlet up ahead to Bedward. Bedward in transition, puts up the shot, missed it. Freeman the rebound. Gets it back to Casey Rickers. Belmont up by a point, 20-19 with 7:52 to play. A hotly contested game for first place in the Six Rivers West girls basketball here on our Queen Bee Radio YouTube channel tonight. Cross-court pass, Addison McNett in the lane, traveled. And Kate Terrell subs in here for Highland. Kate Terrell inbound for Cardinals, gets it into Bedward. Bedward passes it up ahead to Halverson. Now back to Fredericks. Bedward, entry pass, denied, but Kate Terrell bails her out and saves it, and she'll drive the lane. We have a whistle and a foul on the floor on Belmont. I think it's on Raymaker. It is. That'll be her second, team's third. Both teams now with 3 fouls in the second half. Inbounding baseline left, Harley Fredericks for Highland. Gets it in, Sophie Terrell for 3. Back iron, it goes over the backboard. No good. Reese Rundy back into the game here for the Braves. She'll check in for Morgan Freeman. Casey Rickers bringing the ball up for the Braves. 7:13 to play in the ball game. 20-19. Belmont leading by a point. Pass down to Carson Raymaker. Baseline drive. Inside the Laney Rickers. It's tied up. We're going to have a travel. Thought for a moment they were going to call a jump ball, but they call a travel. Wants to move the feet before the tie-up. Inbound play taken by Bedward. Bedward pushing it up here for Highland. Rob Spangler here in the Wolf Construction broadcast booth tonight on our Queen Bee Radio YouTube channel. Entry pass inside for Halverson, but now another travel on the other end. This one's on Sophie Terrell. This game has seen a lot of turnovers. 19 on Belmont, 18 on Highland in the ball game unofficially. Inbound pass taken by Bailey Mester. She'll bring it up here for the Braves. Up ahead to Rundy. In the corner, Raymaker. Cross court to Mester. Back out to Rundy. Entry pass inside is stolen by Halverson. Now a reach-in foul on Casey Rickers after the turnover. Now that's unofficially 20 turnovers in the ball game for Belmont. A lot of turnovers. Belmont, though, leading still by a point, 20-19, 6:22 to play. Highland ball. Sophie Terrell has it left corner. Now to Halverson. Halverson looking for the entry pass to Carly Fredericks. Back out to Terrell for three. Got it! Sophie Terrell drains the three. First three for Highland tonight. And Highland now a 2-point lead, 22-20. 5:58 to go in the ball game. Belmont has it in the corner. Raymaker drives baseline, throws up a shot, and draws the foul. They're going to say it was on the floor on Halverson, which I think is her third. No, they actually charge it to, is that Terrell? Yeah, Terrell, that'll be her third. And Freeman back in the game for Belmont. Braves inbound from the baseline. It is Reese Rundy to throw it in. Gets it in to Bailey Mester. Now top of the key. Lainey Rickers for three. Missed it. Gets her own rebound. Puts it back up. Missed it again. Gets her own rebound. Puts it back up. And is fouled on the floor this time. They're not going to give her credit for that shot, which did go in. Third time was the charm, but it will be Belmont ball on the baseline. And now Caitlin Miller will check in for Highland here. So Freeman inbound, baseline left, fires it in. Rundy, wide open three from the corner, but missed it. Back iron. Rebound boarded up by Bedward. Bedward pushes it up quickly. Top of the key. 5.5 minutes to go. Highland leading by 2, 22-20 over Belmont. Right side, it is Halverson spinning, fires it. Miller from the left side facing a double team. Gets it back out to Miller. Now top of the key, Harley Fredericks. Passes to Miller on the right wing. Entry pass. Sophie Terrell, turnaround. Off the window, scores. Beautiful. 6 points for Terrell, 24-20. Highland now with a 4-point lead, which seems huge the way this game has gone. I know 4 points isn't huge, but it seems that way. It's been such a low-scoring defensive slugfest. Now in the corner for Belmont, Lainey Rickers drives. Traveled. And we're going to have a timeout taken on the floor by Belmont. 24-20 is the score. Highland leading Belmont by 4. We'll keep it here because I can't take a commercial break. But it does give us time to thank our fine sponsors on our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. They include Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont for all your agricultural, commercial, and residential needs. Call Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont. Also, the sports page. They welcome you in for ice-cold beverages. Order off their menu. Weekly specials include Friday night fish, Saturday night prime rib, and large 2-topping pizzas on Sundays. That's the sports page in Belmont. McNett Electric of Belmont can assist you with all your electrical needs. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call and ready to help you with your agricultural, commercial, and residential electrical needs at McNett Electric in Belmont. Game brought to you by Don's Tire in Highland. Don's Tire is your neighborhood Goodyear Tire Center. Count on the trusted local pros at Don's Tire, bottom of Main Street in Highland. And TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Jim Drury and the gang a call at TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. We're on our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel tonight. Thank you for joining us. You can watch the game and listen to it. Very convenient. Rob Spangler with you from Highland High School. 24-20, Highland by 4. 4:37 to play in the ball game. It's Highland ball. Bedward. Ooh. Almost traveled there. Gets rid of it to Halverson. Out on the right wing. Bedward under pressure, and we have a 3-second count on Highland. That'll be a turnover yet again on the Cardinals. Both teams have committed a lot of turnovers. I think both coaches are not going to be happy with that stat. 24-20, Highland by 4, 4:15 to play in the ball game. Inside to Raymaker, now out to Freeman. Top of the key, Rickers. Both teams have struggled with three-point shooting here tonight. Just one made three for each team in this ball game. Ball almost stolen, and it is picked off. Stolen by Bedward. Bedward in transition is fouled by Rundy. And that'll be the 6th team foul on Belmont. So one more on Belmont, and the 1-on-1 bonus is going to be in effect. Lainey Rickers checking in from the bench here for the Braves. She'll come in for Bailey Mester. Inbounding, it's Harley Fredericks. Here for Highland. Gets it in to Kate Terrell. Terrell in trouble. Almost lost it. She's fouled by Freeman. So that is the 6th foul, and one more on Belmont will be team foul number 7. I was one off. Off the inbound, taking it is Harley Fredericks. Fredericks down the lane for Highland. They're up 24-20. Entry pass to Terrell, and she's fouled. And that will put her at the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1. And it's on Freeman. And that'll be her 4th personal. So Morgan Freeman 1 away from fouling out. Although with 3:37 left, not sure if Kayleen McGettigan's going to bother with pulling Morgan Freeman at this point. First free throw by Terrell is good. 5-point lead, 25-20. And one more coming up. That one no good. Rebound taken by Lainey Rickers of Belmont. Outlet pass to Raymaker. 25-20. Highland leading by 5. Casey Rickers in trouble. Gets it out to Lainey. Top of the key. Underneath. It is Reese Rundy. Draws a foul. 2 shots at the line for Reese Rundy. Home crowd doesn't like the call. A foul is going to be on Kate Terrell. That will be her 5th, actually, and Terrell will foul out. Coach Terrell is talking it over with the officials. So Rundy at the line to shoot 2. First free throw, good. One more coming up. 25-21, Highland. Second one is good, make it 25-22. 3-point game, 3:21 left. Ball stolen off the inbound by Casey Rickers. Missed the shot, put back no good. Still loose. And Sophie Terrell comes away with it. Now we have a timeout taken on the floor by Highland. Belmont fans desperately wanting a foul call to no avail. And Highland has the ball with 3:19 left. We'll keep it here, of course, for our timeout. Our game brought to you by Runde Plumbing and Heating in Belmont. For all your agricultural, commercial, and residential needs, call Runde Plumbing and Heating in Belmont. Also want to thank these fine sponsors. Claire Bank, 8 locations in Southwest Wisconsin, proudly supporting the area's high school sports teams. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Bouse Electric, call Brad Adrian and Josh Busher at Bouse Electric of Lancaster and Fenimore. WCC Brands, custom apparel in Keeler and Lancaster. Also Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist in Lancaster. And People's State Bank for personal, home, business, and ag loans. Visit one of their convenient locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com, member FDIC. 25-22. 3-point ball game. Highland leading Belmont with 3:19 left. Well, this one shaping up to be a barn burner tonight. Kind of how we expected. Top 2 teams in the Six Rivers West battling for first place. Right now, Highland has that position. If they hang on and win, they will hang on to first and all but lock up the conference. Here comes a foul. Not a done deal, but certainly would help. That's a body foul on Carson Raymaker. And that puts Bedward to the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1, as that is the 8th team foul now on Belmont in the second half. First free throw is no good, but we have an over-the-back foul on Bronwyn Halverson on the rebound. And that is team foul number 7. Halverson just picked up her 4th personal, so we will shoot the 1-and-1 on the other end. This time it's Lainey Rickers for Belmont shooting. Still a 3-point game. First half, no good. Rebound taken by Harley Fredericks. Fredericks in transition. Passes off to Bedward here on the near side. Bedward, entry pass inside for Halverson. She traveled. Belmont ball, trailing by 3, under 3 minutes to go. 2:57 to play. It's 25-22 on our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Great crowd tonight, both sides really into this one, as you would expect. Bounce pass, Raymaker inside, ball deflected and stolen. Picked off by Harley Fredericks. Then she almost lost it, but hangs on. Fredericks stops her dribble, way outside, and finally gets rid of it to Bedward. Bedward had it poked away for a moment, then is fouled by Raymaker again. So back to the free throw line is Addison Bedward to shoot the 1-and-1 now. I think that's the 9th team foul, so one more foul on Belmont and the double bonus will be in effect, but still 1-and-1 on this one. Non-shooting foul, and checking in, it's Lexi Rickers. So we have a all 3 Rickers on the floor moment. The first free throw is good by Bedward. 26-22, 4-point game. 2-possession game now, 2:22 to play. And this free throw, good. So Bedward hits both. Timeout taken on the floor. As one of the assistant coaches for Highland just about assaults Bedward as she comes back to the bench. I kid, but that was a very aggressive body contact. 27-22, we have a 5-point ball game. Highland leading, 2:22 to play. Belmont down 2 possessions now, so they'll need to score twice. I mean, they have time. They have 2 minutes and change left, but each possession so important now the rest of the way for Belmont. They have to come away with points pretty much on all of their remaining possessions, which you can't imagine are going to have too many left. Game brought to you by Runde Plumbing and Heating. Belmont, for all your agricultural, commercial, and residential needs, call Runde Plumbing and Heating of Belmont. Thank you for joining us on our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel tonight. This is a YouTube streaming game. Great technology. Glad to be here. Rob Spangler with the call. Bringing it up, Casey Rickers for Belmont. They're down 27-22. Rickers sets up top of the key. Passes off to Lexi Rickers. In the corner now, Rundy. Inside, it's Lainey Rickers. Spin move. Shot blocked by Harley Frederick, and we have a whistle and a foul on the rebound. As Rickers and Frederick were tied up and both went down hard to the court. The officials are talking it over. Let's see what they say. I don't see any foul called. The officials talked it over. Now one of the officials is coming to talk to Kayleen McGettigan to get an explanation. I'm guessing as to why there was no foul called. Coach McGettigan obviously doesn't like it. Inbounding, it's Harley Fredericks. Taking it, it is Bedward. Bedward double teamed, and we got a jump ball as it was tied up by Morgan Freeman. Minute 57 to play, still 27-22. It is a powder keg inside this gymnasium at Highland, a powder keg. Both sides ready to explode. Inbound pass taken by Caitlin Miller. Highland up by 5. Miller stops her dribble, gives it off to Fredericks. Over to Sophie Terrell. And Sophie Terrell is fouled by Lainey Rickers. That will be her third. And now 2 shots at the line. The double bonus is in effect. So 2 shots for Sophie Terrell at the free throw line. Sophie so far 1 of 2 at the line tonight. 5-point lead for Highland. This first one is no good. Timeout taken on the floor. Full timeout. We'll keep it here. Again, the score still 27-22, a 5-point ball game. Highland leading Belmont in Six Rivers Conference girls basketball here on our Queen Bee Radio YouTube channel. Game brought to you by the Russell Law Offices. They're here to assist your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Proudly serving Southern Wisconsin, Russell Law Offices. Grant Regional Health Center, their ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, experience the difference. And Mountain City Bank, their total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop in a Mountain City Bank to apply. Offers subject to approval. Member FDIC. An equal housing lender. Learn more at moundcitybank.com. And finally, Myers Heating and Cooling, servicing Southwest Wisconsin since 1999. Myers Heating and Cooling, where they say, don't worry, we got this. Well, here we go. Final stages of this game. 5-point game, which again, I would say feels like a lot. This has been it was tied at halftime, but it's been a seesaw battle, usually 1 to 2 points, at most 3 points separating these teams, but it's now 5, and Sophie Terrell has 1 more free throw. Could make it 6 if she hits, and she does. So Sophie Terrell hits the free throw. It's a 6-point game now, 28-22. That's 2 threes. Belmont's down with 1:40 to go. They don't have to shoot threes. Now it's a mid-range jumper by Rundy, no good. Casey Rickers gets the rebound. Back out to Rundy. Now to Lexi Rickers, mid-range jumper, and she hits it. Nice little floater by Lexi Rickers, her first bucket. Belmont playing full court press here. 28-24, 4-point game. Harley Fredericks up the floor. She's fouled by Lainey Rickers. That'll be her 4th. And that puts Fredericks at the line again to shoot 2. So back to the free throw line we go. 2 shots for Harley Fredericks here. Fredericks with 6 points tonight. The first free throw is no good. Still a 4-point game. Minute 10 to play. 28-24, Highland by 4. Second free throw. Good. So 5-point game. Minute 10 to go. Belmont ball. Casey Rickers brings it up. Passes down to Laney. Laney back out to Casey. Falls down, but they're going to say she was fouled on, I think, Bedward. Yeah, it is on Bedward. That'll be the 8th team foul on Highland and 3rd on Bedward. And 1-on-1 free throw shooting coming up for Casey Rickers at the line, who will shoot the first one, and it's good. I was just about to say she hadn't scored tonight, but she did there. 29-25. Belmont back within 4. And could make it a 3-point game if she hits this, and it is short. But Belmont gets a rebound. Laney Rickers put back, and she draws the foul. So now Laney Rickers will go to the free throw line and shoot 2. She could make it a 2-point game if she hits these with 57 seconds left. First free throw is no good, though. Back iron. One more free throw coming up. 29-25. Highland leading Belmont by 4. Second free throw good. And a timeout taken by Belmont. 3-point ball game. 1 possession game here. 57 seconds left. We have a thriller. This is not a boring basketball game, that's for dang sure. Thanks for tuning in on our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. What a game. Coming up after the game, we'll have our Culver's Cool Down post-game show. That's brought to you by Culver's in Dubuque, Galena, and Platteville. We'll run down post-game stats. Also share some scores, finals from our scoreboard, shoebox scoreboard tonight. Want to thank a few more sponsors, though. Don's Tire in Highland. Don's Tire, your neighborhood Goodyear Tire Center. Count on the trusted local pros at Don's Tire at the bottom of Main Street in Highland. And TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Jim Drury and the gang a call. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Back to action here. Full court press applied by Belmont. Miller to inbound, gets it into Harley Fredericks. Fredericks into the front court. Stepped out of bounds. It'll be a turnover on Highland. In my eyes, might have been bumped, but no foul called. So, Belmont ball. Chance to tie the game on this possession with a 3. 52 seconds left. Casey Rickers crosses the timeline. Cross-court pass. Lexi for 3. Got it! Lexi Rickers, a freshman, drains a 3. And we have a tie game, 29-29. And now a blocking foul on Belmont on the full court press. And it is on Rickers. Lexi, that is, the freshman off the bench. Well, that's a big-time shot for a freshman. That is a big-time shot. And 2 shots at the line here for Bedward, Addison Bedward, for Highland. We're tied at 29. First free throw is no good. Well, this one could give Highland a 1-point lead if she can connect. 37 seconds left. Second free throw, no good either, but an offensive rebound by Sophie Terrell. Highland has it. Baseline drive, Terrell stepped out of bounds. Or no, I'm sorry, that's Bronwyn Halverson. She stepped out of bounds. Belmont basketball. 31.6 seconds left, so now Belmont can hold it and perhaps shoot for the game winner. Casey Rickers brings it up, standing room only at the gym now. Pass over to Lexi Rickers. Lexi double team, back out to Casey, 20 seconds. Down to 15. Rickers, Casey, top of the key, gives it off to Rundy. Inside, Laney puts up the shot, missed it. Lexi, put back, no good. 6 seconds left, and Harley Fredericks has it, and a timeout is taken on the floor by Highland with 3.9 seconds left, so we may be heading to overtime unless Highland can pull out some late game magic. They will have the length of the floor to go, because when they called timeout, they were still deep on their end of the floor, so they'll have to inbound it, I think, from the baseline, and then traverse the ball up the floor with 3.9 seconds. It's doable, but you got to move very quickly, and then, one last shot. So could Highland get a miracle shot at the end of the game? Had a chance to see Belmont do it a few weeks back. That was pretty cool, not going to lie. And so we'll see if we have one of those moments again, perhaps for Highland. What a game. What a game. Thank you for joining us on our Queen Bee Radio YouTube channel tonight. All of our airwaves were taken up because of Badger basketball, and we had Scales Mount Galena basketball, Dodgeville Platteville basketball, and Shullsburg at River Ridge basketball tonight on all of our other FM and AM stations. So I'm glad we could bring you this one on our Queen Bee Radio YouTube channel. Nice to have that option. Yeah, and they're going to make Highland inbound the ball from the baseline. Coach Terrell doesn't like it, but I kind of knew that was going to happen. I think the officials are correct on that, because the timeout was called again when they had it deep in their territory. So inbounding, it'll be Frederick. Gets it into Bedward. 2 seconds. 1 second. And is there a foul? The officials are talking it over here. We'll see if they call a foul or if they say that time expired on the clock and we're going to overtime. I haven't seen any indication yet. Bedward's at the free throw line hoping they say there was a foul. But the officials haven't signaled foul yet. Again, they blew the whistle close to the time. If we had instant replay, which I know we're on video, what's the call? Oh, okay. So they are going to say there was a foul. So the foul happened before the buzzer. They put 0.3 seconds back on the clock, which means Addison Bedward could win the game here for Highland at the free throw line. We're tied at 29. First free throw, no good though. Well, she just has to make one for Highland to win this thing with 0.3 seconds left. So let's see if she can hit this one. Addison Bedward. Second one, good! Highland fans go nuts. Belmont will have an inbound play, but they would need a miracle. So Highland leads it 30-29. 0.3 seconds remain, which is not enough time to dribble to carry the ball. You have to bomb pass it up the court, catch and fire. That's it. That's all you have time. And you don't even have much time to catch. You really have to almost hit it with your hands towards the rim, if you understand what I'm saying. It's not much of a catch. It's more of a redirect. So yeah, it would take a miracle, but you never know, right? Now, if you're Highland, of course, you do not want them to be able even to get a bomb pass up the court. My guess is they are not going to put, well, they may put one person on the ball on the inbound, but everybody else will be back to try and defend the perimeter. Of course, you technically don't need to get it to the perimeter. You don't need a three. So if they could get a bomb pass close to the rim, that actually would make more sense if you're Belmont. You get a better chance at a redirect. Again, you're just not enough time really to catch it, turn, and shoot. It's really, well, we'll see what happens. Here we go. Inbounding, it's Morgan Freeman for the Braves. And she will throw it. It is deflected by Rundy, but no good. Rundy thought she was fouled. No call, and that's it. Your final score, 30-29, Highland over Belmont in a thriller. A free throw wins it for Highland with 0.3 seconds left. And Highland now all alone in first in the Six Rivers West. And I don't want to say they've all but wrapped it, but they've all but wrapped it. Unless they stumble against somebody else in the conference, which is possible. It's possible, but not likely, I wouldn't think, from here on out. The Highland Cardinals with a big win tonight, 30-29. Coming up, our Culver's Cool Down post-game show. We're going to not take a break because I can't, but I'm going to turn the mic down for just a second, and we'll be back with post-game stats, some scores on the Shoebox scoreboard, and our Tri-Core Turning Point. All coming up right after this here on our Queen Bee Radio YouTube channel. Final score 30-29, Highland over Belmont by 1 here on our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And just about time to wrap up on the Culver's Cool Down post-game show. We're streaming our game live on our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel tonight. Thank you for tuning in on our YouTube channel. And the Culver's Cool Down post-game show is brought to you by Culver's in Dubuque, Galena, and Platteville. Final score tonight, Highland wins 30-29, a thriller over Belmont in Six Rivers Western Conference girls basketball, a defensive slugfest. And let's get right into the post-game stats. First for the Belmont Braves, who fall by a point, but a valiant effort. Leading the way for Belmont tonight, Lainey Rickers with 7, Morgan Freeman with 7. 5 for Lexi Rickers off the bench, the freshman who drained a 3 to tie it at 29 in the waning moments of the game. Also 5 for Reese Rundy, 3 for Carson Raymaker, 2 for Callie Jo Hodgson, and 1 for Casey Rickers. Unofficially, Belmont had them for 23 turnovers in the game, and they fall by 1, 30 to 29. Now, and their record now falls to 13-5 and 5-2 in Six Rivers Conference play. For Highland, they improve to 16-4, and now 7-1, all alone in first place in the Six Rivers West, and again, all but have this conference wrapped up now. Leading the way for the Highland Cardinals tonight, 7 points for Harley Fredericks, 7 for Addison Bedward, including the game-winning free throw at the end, 7 for Sophie Terrell, 5 for Kate Terrell, and then 2 apiece for Caitlin Miller and Bronwyn Halverson, unofficially at Highland for 22 turnovers. So the difference in turnovers from what I had was 1, and the difference on the final score is 1. Highland wins 30-29 in a defensive slugfest in high school girls basketball, and pretty much claims the Six Rivers West crown. It's not over yet, but they have a stranglehold now on first place due to the Highland Cardinals to win the Six Rivers West outright. All right, well, coming up, we have our Tricor turning point of the game. I have a good idea about that. Before we get to that, though, let's take a look at our Shoebox scoreboard, brought to you by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. We have some other finals to share with you on our Queen Bee family of radio stations tonight. Galena was leading Scales Mountain 46-44 with 2 minutes left on that one. Mark Evenstad had that game. Let's see, we have a final here. Platteville girls defeated Dodgeville 50-46. River Ridge defeated Schulzburg tonight 53-34. That also a girls basketball game in Six Rivers play over on 97.7 Country. And don't have an update on the Badger men's game versus Nebraska. That's going on right now on AM 1590 WPVL. But our final, once again, 30-29, Highland wins over Belmont. And it is time for the Tricor turning point. We'll wrap up our post-game show here in just a moment. It's brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. Turning point of the game has to be the foul called with 0.3 seconds left in the ball game. It goes on Lexi Rickers, who had just hit a big 3 to tie the game, but then committed a foul. The officials discussed, did the foul happen before the buzzer sounded or not? They determined it did happen just before the buzzer and put 0.3 seconds on the clock. And then down to the free throw line, Addison Bedward shot 2 because the double bonus was in effect. And she missed the first one, but then drained the second free throw, and that was the game winner, 30-29. So that is the Tricor turning point. The foul on Lexi Rickers, and then the subsequent free throw on the second half of 2 at the free throw line to win it for Highland. And whenever you have a turning point with 0.3 seconds left, that means it was a good game. A very, very good game by both of these teams here tonight. So nobody should hang their head on this one. Again, our final one more time, 30-29, Highland over Belmont in Six Rivers Conference girls basketball. Highland now a stranglehold on first place in the Six Rivers West at 7-1, all alone in first, and they have a 16-4 overall mark. Belmont falls to 13-5 and 5-2 in the Six Rivers Conference. That'll do it for us. Looking ahead on our Queen Bee family of stations quickly, Mineral Point is at Darlington in boys basketball tomorrow night. That's number 1 versus number 2 in their division, believe it or not. So that's a big one. That's over on 97.7 Country WGLR. We also have Fenimore at Cuba City boys basketball on Super Hits 106 tomorrow night. And don't forget high school wrestling Saturday. The Southwest Wisconsin Clash is at Mineral Point starting at 9:40 with wrestling action at 10 a.m. on Saturday on 97.7 Country. But that'll wrap it up for us on our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. I'm Rob Spangler. Final score, Highland 30, Belmont 29 in Six Rivers girls basketball. This has been a special sports presentation of Queen